Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The first time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Parkville Network.
Well, alright!
Sorry, ladies, I'm married, so this next statement, back off. It's going to make me sound super hot. 6 months ago, my morning routine, get up, go to the gym, drink a lot of water, protein shake, come into work, feel super good, feel great, a lot of energy. My routine, I realized this morning how sad this is. Get up, think about taking a shower, lay on the couch, fall back asleep for an hour, watch 15 minutes of Jurassic Park, come into the office, take off my belt so I don't cut off the circulation of my legs, put it on my chair, and then
it's nice you attempt the belt every day.
Put on my carpal tunnel wrist brace.
Pretty soon you're
get
just
to
going to
work.
be carrying your belt to work. You won't even
Pretty
put
soon
it
I'm
on.
just leave it at home. We didn't have meetings today or whatever. I wouldn't even have a belt. I'd wear workout shorts and a collared shirt.
But our meetings today, they're all virtual, aren't they?
Yeah,
Is
pretty
everybody
much.
Zooming?
Yeah. Well, yeah, everybody's zooming, yeah. But
Pretty
I like.
much, yeah. Everybody's zooming today.
So we need to get talk to Oki
That's
or
why
talk
I'm wearing
to
the yoga pants today.
That's good call.
Because I was looking at the
that's true.
schedule. I'm like zoom.
Yeah, right.
I'm good.
So what we need to do is we need to get with Oki or with Rob and talk to them about above the waist dressing up. So when we're on Zoom, we can wear shorts and just like a clip-on tie. Hey, what's up?
I think we should. I've seen that on some TV shows, and I'm wondering, people. Of course, The View is doing it. The Fox, the Five, they're doing it. Even their promo, they even showed, I think the one is wearing shorts.
Yeah.
And then he's got his tie on. And The View, they're in their homes. Each one of them has different backgrounds. A couple of them are, I tell you what, Joy Behar needs some IT help because her camera is set, it just looks completely different than everybody else's, whatever her setup is. And whatever is behind her, it's just out of focus. It just looks, they need that little...
Kind of fits her brand,
yeah,
I think.
because
out of focus.
But I mean, especially those big TV shows, you just kind of imagine that they have. Well, we were talking about this the other day with Tim Halperin about American Idol going to do it from home, right? And I'm waiting to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because you've got every one of these contestants, and like he said, I can't imagine they're going to let this pass by production without sending a team. But that's the whole point of doing it from home, is that they don't want people around each other.
But these, like, we are.
You've seen some of the backgrounds. We saw Heidi's the other day,
right? I mean, and it's odd because you're right, because we're a small media company, and we have equipment here that we bought that we could send to somebody that would make everything look so much better than Fox, CBS. I mean, any of these. It just
the most part.
Yeah, it's a light, a decent camera, and a microphone, and it's like you're in it for $300. I mean, it's not like studio quality stuff, but it's better than what they have.
Yeah, and the same way with I know that several radio stations are doing the same. Some sound really good. You can't tell that they're not in the studio.
Yeah.
And then others, it's like obviously in the basement under the stairs.
Right.
Like,
I mean, there are dirt bags in Motel 8 shooting porns that have better equipment than these guys.
think about that.
You know what I mean? So yeah. So
yeah.
As part
that's
of
awesome.
Yeah,
Your schedule.
routine.
My schedule is very similar to mine in the fact I don't even tempt the belt, but I have been being more conscious about what I'm eating. I've been trying to find a way, right? In the last 3 weeks in particular, it's like, okay, something's got to change.
I hear you.
You've probably seen the 9 million bazillion ads, and boy, I tell you, if there was ever a time for this, if they don't make money on this now, they never will. Is that Noom?
Yeah, I don't understand.
And
I understand.
I'll show it to you.
I want to see what it is.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
And it counts your steps, but you got to have your phone in your hand.
Oh, that's
to count your steps.
Apple Watch.
It doesn't talk to that.
Well, that's
so. This is
stupid.
their app, right?
That's dumb.
But it's everything, and like food wise, you have to keep a food diary, but it doesn't. It doesn't like scold you. Like that was the one thing I was like, if this thing's judgy, it's out the window, because I'm just I'm going to tell you what I'm eating. You tell me what's good or bad. And what it basically has is bad foods. And they're they have red foods, yellow foods, and green foods. Red is not necessarily bad. You can have them. You can only have a certain amount of them every day. And then once you fill that up, you shouldn't have any more of those. So
shouldn't.
I've been doing pretty well.
Have you been honest with your food journal?
I've been very honest
Even
with
if you go and grab a handful of Doritos or whatever, the equivalent?
I'm going to tell you right now, the Tostitos bite size.
Yeah.
They really aren't that. They are in the red, but they aren't. It's like they you could have like 10, I think 15 or what is it? 20, 24 is a serving. 24 is 150 calories.
Yeah.
But there are other things in there that you don't want. They're not super high sodium, but they're higher than some others.
And I like them.
And I
can
like
fit
those.
like 4 in my mouth at a time. You really can. Because they're perfect. Cheese, or at least 2.
And then I love like the pico. If you can get there's 2 brands I like, Fernando's, and there's another brand I just found it the other day, and that's like 5 calories, and that's in the green foods.
Okay.
Your pico's in the green. So
That's the name of today's podcast, by the way. Remember that. Your pico's in the green.
Your pico's in the green.
There we go.
I'll write that down right now.
Okay, thank you, because we'll forget it if we don't.
I know we
Yeah.
will. Your pico. Okay. Anyway, so the pico, you can really, scoop it up, because I love the taste of that, but you need something crunchy to eat it with. So then I'm looking for alternatives for crunch, and it gives you alternatives. And one of them is kale, but you put sea salt on it and bake it for 8 minutes.
I've heard that's awesome.
That's what I haven't tried it yet. So
Yeah, I've heard that's really good.
I might for the first time buy some flippin' kale. So we'll see how that works out. And there were a couple other things that were in there too, but if like carrot instead of pretzels, carrots with hummus.
Is great. I
We'll
love
give you
that
a
anyway.
nice, and that's in the green.
Yeah.
And so, and you can have a piece of bread or a couple pieces, depending on the kinds of bread and everything else. And you can look stuff up and type it in and see where it lands in red, green, or yellow.
Before you make the decision to
Yeah.
eat it. That's cool.
So
I've heard it's cool. I've heard it's a pretty good system and it works for people.
10 minutes a day. It has a little psychological stuff because it gives you some little things to think about, little things to work on your triggers.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you can put,
Okay.
it takes vodka.
Okay. That's good.
It's got you wouldn't believe how many brands of vodka are already entered in this list. So obviously there are a lot of people. I didn't have
we're in quarantine now, so they're getting their database is stocking up.
There's wine. All
Yeah,
the
I
wines are
bet.
in there already. And it's kind of
funny.
interesting. And so far, so good. So we'll see if but I'm in the 2-week free time. And then after 2 weeks, then they charge.
Then that's when you see it. And after 2 weeks, you should feel better, see something. So
Right?
that's a good little time frame.
So that's an awesome business plan.
Yeah.
To try and give people every opportunity to make it work before they commit.
Yeah.
So
No, it's true.
So I get what you're saying, but I do in the mornings. I get up. The dog, obviously, I got Jack in 2018, so he had half of 18 and then 19. No, half of 18. No, I got him in 2018.
Yeah, you got an 18.
Yeah, I
Before
only
we
had him
got
for
lost our jizzobs.
So it was in May. It was in July when I got him. So I had 6 months, and I'll tell you what, that imprinted hard. Getting up early in the morning, that whole thing, and it was like, how the heck? I don't even remember what I did. I know I took him to doggy daycare, but I don't remember.
No, you remember you had him in his, didn't you have him in his kennel?
I
during work?
did.
Because I wanted you to put a camera on it, but you didn't want to because your house
Yeah.
was haunted.
Well,
And
that all happened at the same
You didn't want to
time.
see
That's-
some World War II soldier walk by your kitchen, smoking a cigarette, talking to your dog.
Right.
So I get it.
Right. Okay. That's what I did because he was so young. But I
Yeah.
was, get up early in the morning, let him outside, have his breakfast, put him in his kennel. So that early morning routine, that has not gone away. So he wakes me up super early every morning, has his breakfast, goes outside, comes back in. He goes to his kennel. Then that's when I go to the chair.
And you lay down in
my
your-
chair,
and then you fall back asleep.
and I turn on Hulu.
Yeah.
And I watch half a movie,
That's
whatever it may be.
That's kind of what I'm getting there. I'm kind of getting there. I'm kind of, yeah. Our
Zone
routines
in
have
and out.
changed a little bit, and I get
Yeah.
the morning routine imprinted. I still can't sleep past 3:45, but I'm starting to fall back asleep.
Yeah, the fall
yeah.
back asleep thing. That's it. I get what you're saying. It's like I do get restless around that time. That 4 o'clock is like,
Yeah.
and but I can go back to sleep pretty easy. But yeah, I do have to go to the chair, and then pretty soon Jack comes out and he lays on the couch.
Yeah.
On his blankie, and then we turn on the TV
chill.
and watch something.
I'm usually asleep before the baby velociraptor hatches.
you watch
I
the
was
same movie? Is
all the
that
time.
what you're saying?
It's my thing. Yesterday, and I know we had talked about this, stores going to grocery stores and whatever stores to one-way aisles.
Yes.
So I know we talked about it, and I knew that Hy-Vee was starting it and this and that. I was in there
You did the
shopping
same thing I did.
15 minutes yesterday, and up and down the aisles, around, spinning around, grabbing a basket, grabbing things, and then I look down, and it's a little tiny little one-way arrow on the. So I
What
took
store were you in?
Stony Brook, 144th.
Okay.
And so I'm standing, literally, the arrow's pointing the opposite direction of my feet. So I took a picture of that and I sent it to Beth. I'm like, I have violated this 100 times today.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any like big signage that said that. Anyway, like one way. It's just a little tiny sticker on the
I guess
floor.
I've only been, the one that I went to is on 180th Q.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their signs are actually eye level, and they're at the end of each row, and it's an arrow pointing.
Got it. And maybe that
On
was there. I
each
just didn't know. I just never looked.
I didn't see him at first either. And all of a sudden I saw him and went, oh, thank God they don't have hall monitors.
Hey,
that's next.
lady.
That'll be one sitting at the beginning of every, ma'am, you need to go back
Yeah.
the other way.
But she'll be screaming through a mask.
Right? And I'll be continue to walk toward
Yeah.
them going, what?
Man, I'm telling you, and for being, sans the gym for a while and really kind of,
Yeah.
breathing through those masks isn't easy.
It's
you
not.
can get, especially if you're walking around shopping. Like it's, I
It's
didn't.
uphill both ways.
Well, yeah, when you're going the wrong direction. But it's hard to breathe. It's hard to.
That's what a lot of people talk about that. That's why I think they keep reiterating you only have to wear them when you're going to be in places where you're going to be around other people and compactly. Like even the governor of New York, Cuomo, was talking about, if you're going to be on a subway platform, if you're going to be in the subway, if you're going to be in a restaurant.
Yes.
But when you're out, if you're not going to be standing still and around people for a length of time, you don't have to put them on, because for some of the, especially, it's supposed to be for older people, Pat. But anyway,
I'm trying to, what is it? Lower the curve.
there you go,
Whatever.
something like that. Flatten the
Flatten the
curve.
curve. I'm just trying to flatten the curve. But these Nimrods driving around with a mask and gloves on in their car by themselves.
I feel bad for them because it's like they got half the story. And they didn't.
And they
get
got the
rest of
half that
story.
makes them look like idiots.
That leads me to another point. Is
Okay.
that some of the reporting that goes on drives me crazy, because some of the reporters in particular, of course, the headlines on about most, I'm going to say most of the news outlets, not all of them, but it's always that, if it bleeds, it leads kind of
Yeah.
a mentality. And so that's always these shocking headlines. And we used to talk about this years ago when it was, what are you putting in dinner that's going to kill your kids? Story at 9 tonight. And
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, what? 9? Tell me now. But they were talking about the coronavirus. And the other day it was noted that the United States had now number 1 in the world. We have the most cases. That's it. We're number 1 in the world.
I heard that. Yeah.
Surpassing Spain. And I'm like, and that's a percentage of what? Because they were just going by the total number.
Mm-hmm.
We have a population about 330 million. Spain has 46 million.
Yeah. So it would make sense that we would have more.
Right?
Right.
We have more. This is true. Total cases, absolutely. But when you look at total cases per million, we rank 20th. And Spain is 6th. And total deaths per million, we rank 15th in the world. And Spain is 5th.
Yeah.
So there's a great website, and we'll have, it's in the show notes, that has interactive columns, and it's got all of everything from new cases, active cases, total deaths, recoveries. That's another interesting little number to
Yeah.
take a look at. And some countries that they have absolutely no activity whatsoever. Everything has been resolved. So they've all recovered. There have been no cases. There are like 2 countries, and one of them, I think, Greenland, and
Was it
Iceland is another one that's doing really well. Sweden's not so bad. Iceland was the one that I saw the story about, where they kind of just like hands off and said, all right, personal responsibility. Let's see what we can do. And they had a pretty good
Yeah.
luck with that.
It
They
was
aren't
like
as congested though
47
as
people in Iceland.
I know. That's
like
the thing.
saying-
It's like telling Cherry County, you're on your own.
Okay, all 11 people go. All right, we're good.
Right. So I got to looking at some of the numbers, and that's where it just pissed me off, because I'm like, that's so misleading to say it that the United States has the most in the world. It's like, well, yeah, but that doesn't, the
Yeah.
most from compared to what? And in the grand scheme of things, there are countries that are much more worse off than we are. And instead of trying to make it sound like we are just a complete failure at this, we are losing people left and right. We have had deaths, but
Yes.
get it in perspective so you're apples to apples.
100%.
So
Agreed.
take a look at the website. I think it'll make you feel a little more confident that you have more information.
It's good.
That's what I'm talking about. So
Okay.
that's my serious note of the day. I'm
Okay.
done. Okay.
That's it.
What else? Oh, masks. We were talking about masks too, and we
Mm.
got masks from one of the. She works here with us.
Sasha, yeah.
Sasha. She's been on our show. And did I tell the story about getting my mom her mask?
Want to take a second to thank American Heart Association for being a supporter of our podcast.
Absolutely. Really proud to be working with them and passing along some good information. Would you recognize the most common signs of a stroke? They're important to know.
Just remember, FAST. Face, arms, speech, and time. FAST.
Exactly. If one side of their face droops when they smile, if they can't keep both arms raised in the air, or their speech is slurred or strange, or you see any of those signs, call 911 immediately.
When it comes to a stroke, every second counts. My grandfather had a stroke,
Right.
and I realized that, and they got to him in time, and it helped.
It's all in this the simplest thing. Remember, FAST. Face, arms, speech, time.
Visit heart.org to learn more about how to prevent a stroke and recognizing the warning signs of a stroke. I don't know. I know you told me. I don't remember if we
It
were.
was a couple days ago. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did
'Cause
either.
We talked to Tim in between, and
Yeah.
But I got the masks, and then
Oh no, you didn't. No, I think you told me part of it in the hallway, but you did. We didn't.
yeah, trying to keep my mother at home is just impossible. Prior to this, she would go to Omaha every day. She's in Ashland. She goes to Omaha every day, or something. The outskirts of Omaha.
Gets out. Yeah, just goes.
Goes and drives. Boom, she goes somewhere. And finally got her masks, and she had the mask. She met me, and I said, here are your masks, all right? And this is how you wear them. This is the top's got the little wire on them so you can pinch it over your
little
nose.
bendy.
And then inside has a little pocket where you can put the extra filter. And that explained it all. Fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And she says, well, I'm going to head off to Ace Hardware, or I'm going to go on into Ace Hardware. We were in the parking lot is where we met. She says, I'm just going to run in. I have to grab some, corn cobs for her squirrels. They live in the country.
That is not true. She did not go to get corn cobs with corn still on it, or just the cobs?
Not like a grocery store, but the
Right.
corn that they feed.
Right. Oh,
cobs
right. Okay.
That they feed to squirrels, and you put it on the holders.
Right. They live like out.
Yeah,
Okay.
next to a cornfield. They have an alfalfa field over here, and they have.
So she drove all. Okay.
And so she needed some for the feeders that are by the house. Is what she wanted them.
Were the
'Cause
squirrels bitching or something? Did they get on her butt?
That's it. She has the feeders for the squirrels and the feeders for the turkeys and the feeders so she can draw nature. She can see them out of
and
the.
that is fun. That is
Yes.
fun. Yes.
So she gets in. Okay, great. And she goes to turn around, and walk away, and I'm like, whoa. Where's your mask?
Oh, she didn't put it on? Was she going to carry it in with her? She put it in
threw
the
them
car?
both on the front seat, shut the
Oh.
door, and I'm just going to run in.
Oh my gosh.
No. Put your mask on.
Did she?
Okay. And so she gets in the car and looks in the mirror and got the mask put on, and she has glasses. Had to get everything situated. Worked great. So we were.
I know sometimes, they're
It just made me-
all
Oh my
parents,
God.
people our age, our parents are all in that vulnerable age group. It's like, but they don't want to admit it, and I get it. But you know what, Judy, put your mask on.
She talks a good game. She was all excited to get her mask.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, I've got to get our masks, and we're good to go. And last night they even had a fair board meeting, and she's on the fair board.
Okay.
And they Zoomed it.
Good. She
So-
didn't have her mask on during the Zoom, did she?
No, she did not.
That would have been
But-
hilarious.
Got her all fixed up on her computer so she could
Good.
Zoom. And so she Zoomed into the meeting with the other fair board members. And that's like awesome.
Perfect. That's great.
That's good. So we got
Yeah.
that working now. So things are good. Things
Yeah.
are good. So that was it. I think the only other, have you gotten your check yet?
No, my stimulus check.
Yeah.
No, because I haven't filed taxes yet.
Oh,
Yeah. So we're
well,
working
it
on
would go
that.
off your, you may not.
Yeah.
They're supposed to start sending them out. I think the direct deposit started this week.
Beth already got hers. She got hers yesterday, and she started stimulating right away.
Right away.
Yep, stimulating that economy. Get after it.
Get after it right
Yeah.
now. A lot of people worried about cutting hair, and that seems to be more of a concern just of late.
We cut Bennett's hair. Did I tell you that? Did I say that story?
You said you were going to.
We
I
did.
think.
We did. We talked
Yeah.
him into it. It looks awesome. I can't get him out loud to say, you guys did a really good job, but we're sitting on the back. It was like a scene from My 600-Pound Life where they give those people showers by the grill. We're out there. He's on a folding chair. He's shirt on. We got the clippers. And the guard, of course, the guard we needed had two of the tines broken off. So we had to angle it. And Beth tapered and and trimmed the top a little bit.
Did y'all watch some videos and stuff first?
I don't know. I don't think so. She may have. I don't know. But it looks
that's,
really
that's
good.
whatever they're suggesting. Get online, search YouTube, how to cut whoever's hair. And then you'll see a bunch of videos. And literally there are salons that are sending notes out to their clients because they have a series of videos on how to cut bangs,
great
how to do
idea.
this, how to taper the sides, how to trim the back, whether you do it yourself or doing it for somebody else. And I'm like, that's a service.
Yeah, it's great.
Right. And then Laura, she sent me a picture, the salon where she gets her nails done. It's in Gretna. And they put out a basket with a kit that they made, a free kit to remove your dipping nails.
Oh, so that's what
It's too bad I already did it.
you ripped them off and they're still bleeding.
I did find a gel. It's between a gel and a shellac type it's clear coat type
Yeah.
thing to paint on.
Okay.
And that works so far.
All right. Well, that's good.
So far, so good.
I was worried about that. Making sure that the nail.
Okay. So there's that.
There.
So anyway.
There's our COVID coverage, our
that.
stat
Wow.
update, our habits. Tell us how your morning habits have changed. You can text us at 402-403-9478 or on our Facebook page. Make sure you go and like, rate, review, subscribe, whatever to our podcast.
Please do.
All that information is on our website, patandjt.com.
Pat and JT Podcast, a